I suppose it's about time you know. We need to go home. I was born there. It's only fitting. You're right. I'm not the best liar. Some things didn't quite line up, right? Always sharper than you let on. Though hogwash is a bit harsh, wouldn't you say? High Rock was a convenient cover story. Solitude seemed far enough away at the time. Well, some secrets practically beg to be revealed, don't they? Especially to someone with such discerning eyes. You're the one who started it. You turned an awfully serious moment into a playful flirt. I didn't know how else to say it. It just never seemed like the right time. I was afraid. Afraid you'd see me as not a person. It's hard to explain. Look, the workshop, the truth, it's all there. Please, just come with me. I understand you might be a bit angry, and your thoughts might be short-circuiting. Lay it all out on the table. Please, trust me just this once. Oh, it's related to what I am. I don't want to short-circuit myself. No, it's happened before. Please, just give me time. Give me your map. I live right here. The southeast part of the rift. Quite near Fort Dawnguard, actually. We can go there whenever you want, but preferably sooner. This is something I'd like to get off my chest. Enough of that. Right behind you. Well, here we are. Home sweet workshop. Look, I can explain. Once we get there, okay? And why would I? I wanted to make you believe I was still from High Rock. Or at least anywhere but here. Huge. That's certainly a word to describe it. Back then, my father had a ton of stuff crammed in here. Projects everywhere, half-finished gizmos, diagrams scribbled on every surface. He was brilliant. Could have used a better cleaning schedule, though. I want to take you somewhere. Come. Did I do enough? Here. This is my father, Ario Avellin. He was a bit popular and a tad controversial in the Tamrielic Academe. Artificial consciousness and all that. Big inventor. He made me. And I don't mean that in a standard baby-making sense. Are you ready to learn what I really am? There's something I need to show you. It's the only way you'll understand. Remember my Pellinal joke? There's truth to it. I'm a cumulative automaton. Think advanced, not Dwemer scrap metal. but there are differences. See? You've observed correctly. I don't know whose soul gem it is, but I seem to be powered by it. We can talk more, but let me dress first. I know, it's crazy. I shouldn't even exist. My father never told me why he made me. He passed not too long after I was born. His protege. He knows how to keep me running, but not how all this started. There are hints in his notes about time magic, yet it's not enough. His name is Canas. You'll meet him soon enough. Messing with time is a headache, no doubt. But I'm living proof someone figured it out. My father, he must have just cracked the code they left behind. Now it's my turn to find answers. Hope you're in for the long haul. It's complicated, and honestly a bit unsettling even for me. No mortal birth, no soul in the usual sense. But that doesn't make me some puppet. I can think, feel, and decide. You can question the way I got here, but not the person I am now. Well, aren't you smooth? And yes, sentient, or at least as close as Ario could get. Which, judging by you, means I'm doing pretty well. 6 years ago. Just a mere month after I was born. He sent me away on an errand. And when I got back, no warning, no last words, just an empty husk of a corpse lying dead on the floor. I ran. I ran as fast as I could. I wanted to avenge him. But the assassin was nowhere to be found. And now it's all I think about. This scrap of paper. It's all I have left of that day. That ashen-haired girl at the scene. That was me. Just a ghost at her own father's murder. Some days, it's all I can imagine. But I won't give up. Not until I find out who did this, and why. Great. Now I'm malfunctioning and leaking fluids. This human experience is rather overrated, wouldn't you say?
Oh, Ashe, you've arrived.
Looks like I've been expected. I have a visitor. Mercenary client. The one I mentioned in my letters? And, well, let's just say they're helping me figure some things out.
Oh, what a pleasure, truly. Ashe hasn't had much company since, well, please, excuse the mess.
Don't trouble yourself, Canas. We just wanted to say hello. Canas has been instrumental in keeping me up and running.
I see. Well then, welcome indeed. Ashe, about your,
They know. I wouldn't have brought them here otherwise. Feel free to look around if you want. This was my home, where I started, and where everything went wrong. Here's the bedroom. Canas sleeps on the guest bed. I sleep on the main bed now, if you could even call it that. I mostly just enter standby mode downstairs, or wherever really. Perks of being a construct. I can choose wherever and whenever I want to sleep. If I was a typical baby, I would have been made here. But I was made downstairs. Don't know why my father wasn't able to conceive with... Wait a second. What's that painting? I've always wondered who she is. Looks a bit like me, but not quite. Aryo never mentioned anything about her mother. Just that he made me. I mean, you don't need two to make a construct. Just a soul gem, a madcap mind, and a veritable hoard of rare materials. I've asked Canas about her, and he just says she was a research colleague. I don't know what it is, but he might be hiding something. Would you have an idea about who she is? Oh, I hadn't thought about it that way. That is a possibility. Interesting theory, but Canas isn't the sort to lie. Academics in their pursuit of truth and all. Creators often leave signatures of their work. If my hunch is right, there's perhaps something inside me. A signature that can verify who I truly am. I want to know if Aryo alone is my father, or if she is my mother too. I mean, you don't need two to make a construct. Just a soul gem, a madcap mind, and a veritable hoard of rare materials. All right then. Canas, I need you to open me up.
Why, Ashe? I don't think that's necessary. Your last examination went quite well, if memory serves.
I need to find out about what or who I truly am. And who that woman is.
I already told you, don't...
Just do this, please.
Fine. Lie down on your construction table. Let's have a look. Around here lies a memory imprint device that houses Ashe's memories. It allows her to dream, in a sense, but on very rare occasions, those near her can experience her memories through unexplained soul gem magic. Hold a moment. What's this? There's a scrying device log attached to it. What could possibly be contained in... Oh dear. Divines. This won't end well. Time to wake up, Ashe. I found this.
Cumulative automaton audio log. Rebecca and Aryo of Ellen. The woman in the painting. We need to listen to it.
I'd suggest you don't. It might just bring up more heartbreak, and you've already been through so much. I must confess, there are secrets about Aryo and his work that I've kept hidden. It was not my place to burden you with the past before you were ready. And you are not ready.
Try being born with the only purpose to live and experience, then have that stolen away from you a month after you were born. Do not lecture me, Canas. I do not fear my past is... Enough of that.
Duema audio recording device activated. Aryo of Ellen. Dictate. Sundus. The third of last seed. in the year 4E191. This scrying device will capture the essence of my work. It's more than just a record. It's a window into the very fabric of our research. I, Aryo, aim to achieve what others deem impossible. The Dwemer, those masters of forgotten technologies, inspire me. Their legacy, their creations, unparalleled, even in this era. I believe their insights hold the key to unlocking a new age of progress. Why rely on magic, on fleeting enchantments, when we can build machines that surpass mortal limitations? Imagine automatons capable of tireless labor, easing the burdens of humankind. That is my goal. To create lifelike, efficient machines, inspired by the Dwemer's genius, but tailored to the needs of our time. And by my side, my beloved Rebecca, my partner in both life and research.
Greetings. Aryo, dearest, you do have a penchant for rambling when you get passionate. Cannot you simply get to the point without dallying? Look, here's what we'll do. I shall take over these recordings so that our listeners need not suffer through your endless monologues. No one wishes to hear your entire life story at every turn.
Oh, but Becca... You may have a point.
It's settled then. I've always wanted to use a scrying device anyway.
First seed, the 15th, 4E192.
Our research is progressing well. We hit a roadblock, but fate intervened. We stumbled upon the notes of a time magic wielder. Don't worry, we're not dabbling in forbidden arts. We're merely studying their findings, seeking inspiration for our own work.
Stumbled, she says. As if she didn't masterfully charm them free from her old suitor's clutches.
Hush, Aryo. Discretion is paramount in our field. Let's just say I acquired the notes through persuasion. And rest assured, they will be returned to Medius once we've gleaned the knowledge we need. Second seed, the second, 4E192. Eureka! We have deciphered the notes. Likely due to my brilliance.
Who's rambling on now, Bex?
Anyway, the Time Wielder's notes have revealed a secret of unimaginable power. A dragon break, a rupture in lines and dimensions. Imagine a world where automatons are commonplace, where technology has surpassed even our wildest dreams. We've been inspired to create something truly groundbreaking, a machine that reflects the limitless possibilities we've witnessed. We call her UC, and she's unlike anything Tamriel has ever seen.
However, we can't exactly get her to work. We only have a shell. It seems, with the limits of our technology, to grant her sentience, we need a soul. Said soul will need to be of appreciable quality. A gem containing the soul of a common bandit just won't do.
That's why UC has been put on hold, for now.
While we're waiting, I'll continue to study the body we built, before forwarding my observations to Canas, my protege.
Now, Aryo, shouldn't we get going to Blackreach? That corundum for your Evelyn Dwemerweave isn't going to mine itself, you know.
That's enough.
Why? You can't just end it like this. There must be more. You've kept so much from me.
I said that's enough. You need more time to process and handle this before you listen to the rest. Snobbishness at the beginning leaves you weak for what's to come.
That was my father. And my mother! So close I could reach out and touch them. You don't have the right to do this to me. Come on, help me out here.
No amount of convincing can allow me to change my mind. Resolve your vengeance frustration first, then we can deal with this after.
I thought you were against the idea of revenge.
I still am. This is not living and experiencing. Your father would agree. Your idea of settling it is different from mine. If you go down this path, it will only lead to ruin.
Only fools deal with absolutes. I'll settle this on my own terms. Come, friend. If Canas won't help us now, then we'll come back later. Let's go find us some leads. My humble beginnings. Imagine all that power and potential starting right here. Here's where Aryo did all his research, and where Canas now does his. Enchantments, soul gem research, and at one time artificial consciousness. Yes? What did you need? It's a lot to process. Hearing his voice again, seeing her image. To know they created me, but for a purpose I'm only beginning to understand. It does. A soul gem, a fragment of a soul, powers me. But whose soul is it? Am I living with a borrowed essence? If my thoughts and emotions are rooted in another soul, then who am I, truly? But I can't dwell on that now. Not while the assassin still walks free. Vengeance first. Then perhaps I can find the answers I seek. Aryo designed me to blend, to appear as human as possible. My speech patterns, my mannerisms, all carefully crafted to mimic your kind. But even the most convincing imitation can't mask the fundamental question. Am I merely a reflection of another, or a being on my own? A shadow cast by a borrowed soul, or a flicker of something more? Vigilance is key in the path to victory. Oh, family. I only ever had a father, and even now he's gone. It's complex for me, to say the least. I've learned to adapt, I guess. Find solace in the connections I can make. Like the one I have with you. Am I a reflection of another, or a being in my own right? Yes? Sure, which part? My version of sleep is more akin to system maintenance. I enter a standby mode to clear my memory cache, ensuring optimal processing efficiency. No bed required, standing is sufficient. Though I do occasionally mimic human sleep patterns, for the experience. Dreams as humans experience them are not part of my design. I can access and relive past memories, but I don't fabricate new scenarios. Reminiscing, not dreaming. Sure, what were they? My automaton nature negates the need for that. My energy source is meditation. It's an ambient energy I harness to sustain myself. Consider it the lifeblood that keeps me functioning. While I don't derive nutritional benefit, I can still taste and appreciate the cultural aspects of food. Sharing meals and conversation, especially those campfire talks, they've been quite meaningful. Sure, what were they? Of course. My skin is of Dwemer weave, enchanted leather and corundum, designed to replicate human skin while providing superior resilience. My muscles are made from transmuted ebony. It grants strength and flexibility beyond mortal limitations. Sure, what were they? Indeed. My creation involved Dwemer techniques intertwined with knowledge from elsewhere. knowledge that would be considered unnatural by some. Blending in was the safest option. It has its drawbacks. Living a lie, even for survival, takes its toll. Sure, what were they? It's simple. While I'm powered by magicka, I don't know how to harness it. Well, other than making my sword swings with that extra oomph. My father never bothered to program efficient spellcasting into me, but he did give me the capacity to learn. Hence why I'd be a grateful student if you could teach me. Sure, what were they? What's our next plan? Very well. Wait, I know you. Your voice. But who am I?
Only the result of years of... No. And the answer's quite simple. You are my daughter.
Daughter. Do I have a mother?
Your mother... No. No, there is no mother. There's just me now. Your father.
Oh. If there is no mother, then how did you make me?
That is a complicated question, my dear.
Why am I here? What is my directive?
Just to live. Experience the world. Be the daughter I could never have.
Live. Experience. I don't understand. Am I not doing that by existing?
Might be hard to at first. But in time, you'll understand.
What is my name?
Ashe. Ashe. A word, if you please.
Yes, father?
I need you to deliver some fire salts to Bond. He's the smithy over in...
Of course, father. I've been there several times before.
Just making sure. Memory can be a fickle thing, even for you. Now, remember the story we practiced? The one about your origins?
I'm a traveler from High Rock. Ashen hair because of a failed experiment or something.
Ashe, you must take this seriously. You are the first of your kind. The world, it may not be ready for someone like you. My magnum opus also does not talk in incomplete thoughts. I've coded you to speak more eloquently and tactfully, I believe.
I'm plenty eloquent, father, when I choose to be.
Hey, don't talk back at your father. No. That rebellious streak of yours. It brings me comfort, strangely. You truly are my daughter. Even if it's hard to grasp at times. Your heart? It's just a bit harder than the rest of us.
Okay. I'm going now. Vigilance is key in the path to victory. Careful now.